Yeah, and speaking of doing things differently, now one of our as we just prepare to wrap up in the next 10 minutes, you also wanted to share about how to maintain your feminine essence in the space of masculine roles. So what does that look like for you?
Oh yeah, I think because of the programming in the society, right now the society has been programming women to embody masculine qualities.
Yes.
Just because of the masculine roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, which we differentiated last time.
Yeah, I think women are thinking that they cannot get into those spaces. Like mtu anafikiria yani usipokuwa masculine hautaingia kwa hizo space ama utafanya. Which is wrong.
Okay.
I think you can be feminine and still act in the masculine roles very well without any problem.
Yeah.
So we have to accept first that it is possible to remain feminine.
Yes.
You don't need to now act like a man. You just maintain your womanhood.
Yeah.
But now we say that these things you act in the role.
Yeah.
You have seen that even in Christian theology, you will see that a pastor can preach about righteousness or holiness, but himself is not holy, is not righteous. Why? Because God knows that there are things you cannot do perfectly. We are not perfect.
Yeah.
We are imperfect, but now we have to act in a certain role to show perfection.
Okay. To model it.
Yeah, just to act.
Yeah.
To make it, to show one side that this thing can be perfect this way.
Yeah.
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 So we need to differentiate first acting in the role and me as a woman.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I am a woman. I have my feminine qualities.
Yes.
I am passive. I am full of empathy. I can nurture.
Yes.
But now this role requires me to be outgoing a bit.
Yeah.
Because of this role.
Yes.
I have to do.
Yeah.
Good.
I have to take authority.
Yeah. Here I have to perform. Either by acting or doing something, but you have to act.
Right.
To show perfection in that role.
Yeah. So you differentiate who you are from the role. Yeah. What is the missing link? Is it examples? Because I've heard this so many times, and as you were speaking, I was thinking about women that I know, women who are in positions of leadership, and I mean the top, whether it's in an organization, it's in the media space, and they are leading men, they're leading other women, and they still remain feminine without dropping the ball. And unfortunately, there isn't many of them who know how to remain themselves. You have a lot of, for example, a lot of women in parliament being as disappointing as the men, not having disappointingly feminine behavior, having disappointingly masculine, like you're acting like a man in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
At least if you're going to make these mistakes as a woman in politics, at least do it the way a woman should. If you're going to shout,
womanhood,
don't jump over tables. It looks
don't be a man.
You're not a man.
Yeah.
So what do we need to get from what you're saying and what we consider as valid and important to where we are now? Because women will say on so many panels, you will continuously hear, you have to be, to lead men, you have to be like men, you have to think like them. You constantly hear this. This is what people believe. So how can we, other than conversations like this, is there something we can do practically in leadership spaces that would show women this is what it looks like to play in a masculine role while still being true to who you are as a woman?
Have you heard this law called flow, not force?
Okay.
The law of flow.
Okay.
The law of flow.
Of flow.
Flow, yeah. Flow, not force.
Okay. What is that?
Like in this life, we need to flow, not force.
Okay, flow with it, don't force.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's the law of flow, and it is a universal law.
Okay.
Yeah. A universal law means it applies to everything, including trees, anything that exists, water, whatever.
Okay.
You have seen water?
Yes.
do you see water forcing their way?
No, it's very fluid.
They just
literally.
They just flow according to the
patterns.
Yes.
Just around, through, over.
Until it reaches where it is supposed to go.
Yeah.
Come to Victoria.
Yes.
You will find the river going this way.
Yeah.
Ni kama imerudi.
Yeah.
Lakini at the end utaipata Lake Victoria.
Okay.
So some things we don't need to force. Yeah, like 2/3 gender rule, we don't need to force. It will reach a point when women prove themselves every time. Like if a woman comes to power and prove themselves that they are worthy, they are not corrupt, they are bringing value to the people.
Yeah.
Next time, people
would choose a woman.
Out of the society's consciousness, they will choose a woman.
I mean, I hope so. I can't wait to see that, because we don't see a lot of that. There are so many women of value that have not been elected because there was a man somewhere making a lot of noise.
No, you see, everything has been improving over time.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, it has been improving. Like, it has improved.
Yes.
Yeah, but one thing I was saying is that let women prove themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, let men prove themselves.
So give them the opportunity.
Everyone should have a fair space to prove themselves.
Yeah.
In a job,
let
us not look at if you are a woman or a man.
Okay.
Prove yourself.
Okay.
If you have good qualities, either you are a man or a woman, ingia hapo.
Okay.
Because you have the value.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about this society's programming, there's something called self-awareness.
All right.
You know, when you are self-aware, you will manifest your qualities, either masculine or feminine. Self-awareness.
Yes.
Self-awareness comes from a point of shifting from blame games to responsibility. You know blame games?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, when we do blame games, we shift the responsibility.
Yeah, when you're a victim.
And therefore, we remain in the vicious circle.
Yeah,
the problem remains.
It's their fault. There's nothing I could have done.
Yeah.
If only they had. If only they had not.
If only someone else did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so.
But when we say, if only I did this.
So
if
putting
only.
driver's seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the wheel yourself and say, okay, this is my life.
Yes.
Yeah. What value am I bringing? Me as a member of parliament, or a wife, or a girlfriend, or an employee somewhere. What is the value?
Yeah.
Don't say, kwa nini huyu colleague ananionea?
Yeah.
No, what is the value?
Focus on what you can do. You can't control others.
Yeah, you can only control you.
Yeah.
Other people you can't. That's the principle of self-reliance.
I love that.
And other people are not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So self-awareness is what will help us manifest these feminine qualities. Yeah. Let women be self-aware.
Yeah.
That I am a woman. What is the best quality I can display in this role?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have this intuition. Why don't I use this intuition to lead?
I have the passivity that we described. Took time to break down last time.
Yeah, passivity is not weakness.
Yes.
When you are passive, it means that you are observing more. And you see, people who observe more are wise.
Yeah. They notice a lot. They learn a lot.
Yeah. People who sit and observe, they will notice small things, the details.
Pay attention to detail.
Yeah, but if you act like a man, you become a crazy. You see, men miss a lot of.
They're impulsive.
Yeah, you have seen, there are things that men cannot notice.
Yes.
In a certain room.
It's true. Sometimes we don't notice when we change our hair.
Yeah, because
it's on top of our head.
Because men, they don't see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that aggression.
Yes.
Or activity.
Yes.
They are so active.
Yes.
But women notice small
subtle things.
Yeah.
Which makes them better at
that means
roles.
If you act in your feminine qualities well, like passivity,
you will
intuition,
succeed.
You will use wisdom and flow like water.
Yeah.
Utafika tu Victoria.
So then you will compliment this man who is
yeah.
So it's
like
everybody wins.
Sometimes maybe you can say, I cannot do anything because ninalea watoto, I'm in the house, or my husband has said I should not do anything. Don't worry. Just keep insisting that you need to do that thing.
Yeah.
Even if it will take you 5 years in that house.
Yes.
You keep insisting that I need to do business.
Yes.
So your man can take you back like back, lakini in the end utafika tu ile Victoria.
Yeah, because water you cannot block it.
Yes.
I think that's a good place for us to put a cap on this conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, only because we're out of time, but I think yes, we have learned so much about, you know, what can we do about gender roles and all of that. Anything you want to leave people with as we bring the show to a wrap?
Okay, so to summarize everything in conclusion, I want to say that there is a society's programming for everyone. Wherever you are, just know you are in the program, and the program says that you will not succeed in a certain field. The program says you cannot do some things as a woman, or as a man you need to do something. But in this program, just have a growth mindset that you can come out of the program. Yeah, just think differently. That thing that you believe it is possible as a woman, believe it is possible. You are going to come out of that program. In gender roles, these traditional gender roles that says that a man should always be providing, a woman should be taking care of kids, come out of that program. Men should complement women. If your woman is working, you can do the house chores, help in that area. Also for men, if your woman is working and maybe your business is down, let your woman support you. Being vulnerable is not being weak. That's very important. Also for gender equality, let us come out from gender activism to value activism. Let us not activate for two-third gender rule again in the parliament. Let women prove themselves. If they wakipata hizo viti, let them prove themselves by providing value to the society. Lastly, as a woman, you can manifest your full feminine qualities in any role. You can be a leader, be an IT person, but remain feminine. You don't need to act like a man. Just be a woman. That's the essence of life. And that way, you will grow in this evolutionary scale, either of 90 years or 100 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Collins. Tabalia Lele. Here we have a 3/4 rule, 75% effort, time, money. The Feminine Woman, Society's Destruction of True Feminism. And here mwisho, God's Word Never Fails. Last time ulituambia Nuria Bookstore.
Yes.
This
Nuria,
is where you can find them, and he's Collins Tabalia on all social media platforms. So please support him, read his books, get a value for you know, just have a conversation with him. You know, just pick his mind. He has a very interesting brain. I've had an interesting conversations, but from us here on Power Radio Shivazations, this is as much time as we had today, and we are going to be jumping into Power Up. So I hope that you're excited, where we are going to be reviewing everything that has been happening this week. So from myself and Collins, we want to say bye-bye to you guys. Have a lovely weekend, and I'm gonna see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.